Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to Mr. Prepper, the 1-year achievement challenge thing to do? Sure, we'll call it that. And what are we doing on this episode? Well, on this episode, I thought I would take you on a little bit of a mining adventure. You see, one of the things I had been doing in the game with this challenge is, you go down to the mines and you put gas in the miners and you go, and then you go off and do some things and then you come back and then you got to empty out all the carts, right? Even though I don't fill the miners, it can take almost an entire day to empty them carts out. So you know what? I thought, let's fill the miners. Then I'll bring you back when they're, all done, and we'll see just how much stuff these miners actually collect and how many trips it takes for me to empty them out. With that, let's get into the game. Okay, we're in, and I've just built this one extra room. We can go over some of the basic stuff here. I built this extra room as I'm going to build it as a storage room, because I'm storing a lot of stuff. I continue to collect tomatoes. I've got so many tomatoes, because we're going to do a big tomato soup gather here. It's kind of like, one of them crazy goals that we'll do in the future. I am going to do a little bit of rearranging here in the kitchen, and I do realize the kitchen looks awesome, doesn't it? It's so symmetrical. It's really cool, and I'm going to totally mess that up. I'm going to put in a fridge, and I'm going to try and put in a sink. I'd like to put in a fridge here, and call it Jenny's fridge, and I'll show you why. Because right now, what I'm doing in this freezer is I'm storing just the stuff I sell Jenny on a daily basis. Now, I'm not worried about today, but on a daily basis, I try to do a Jenny run. And I will store her little set of foods in this side here. And I like to do a fridge because it just turns out there's about 9 things that I try to sell her on a daily basis. So I'd like to try and set that up in a fridge. And then, of course, a sink because free water. Who cares, right? I could literally try and maybe set up one of these side rooms as just a room of sinks and maybe see if I can get free water out of it. I don't even know if you can disassemble the sink. It is something I'm going to try, and we'll see maybe in a future episode. Maybe I'll record that bit and see if it actually works out. Oh, I thought I heard thunder. Another thing you'll notice here is the outdoor boxes. Yep, I do a lot of mass growing at the moment, which is again why we're now building this new freezer room for mass storage. So we can do crazy challenges like one day, like how many of this can I get done in a day, or how many of this can I get done in 3 days, or something like that. Right now, though, I've eaten food. Yes, I have one of your preppers there, big guy. You've got gas on you. Let's go to the mine and dump this off, and then no sense having the folks hanging around, because then it will take, at least 4 days to go through all the gas, and then we'll bring them back and we'll see what they got to say. What are we losing? Oh, blackout thunderstorms. I don't care. I am perfectly fine with thunderstorms, and that is going to happen on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of month 5. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, no, I'll do the trading when I get back. So let's get into the mine. We'll gas these all up. Zoom, zoom. And then we're going to come back and see just what it is. So they've all been emptied out. Yep, you betcha. And they've all been emptied out, and they are ready to go. They're waiting for me to come down and gas them all up. And then we're going to see just how much stuff they'll kick out, and then how long it takes me to actually empty them out. Because let me tell you, again, this all stems from me recently doing this multiple times, and then it's like, wow, this eats up a whole day just running back and forth, taking out more and more stuff. Like I have like 100 ironstone sitting downstairs, waiting to be smelted, just because of so you'll see. Yeah, I guess I could show it. Like these are empty, right? I am just charging these up. Charge, recharge, recharge, recharge. There you go. There's your 4. We'll be back. Yes, even the salt miner. Of course, during normal play, I would skip level 3 because this is the salt level. Ta-da! See, that's the sign. And as much as I don't really do much with salt, now, of course, we need more of that salt because, challenges, stuff like that, right? You want to make 100 soup, you're going to need a lot of salt. Just saying. So we're pushing forward on that. Here, of course, is number 4. This is our oil level, of course. There you go. And one more to go. One more to go. Do. I even have like a ruby or something to sell Bob today. Again, these have all been emptied out, right? So we're just recharging these machines. We're just juicing these suckers right up. There we go. And now, of course, we're going to come back. We'll head back to the house. We'll do a little quick sell. Do a little quick sell here with Bob and Jen. And then I'm going to bring you back. And it will be some days have passed. In fact, we should be probably in the month 5. What we'll do is we'll probably be in the month 5 before we come back. And when we do, we'll come down to the mine and see just how many trips it takes for us to to get this all done. So first things first, let's grab Jen's items. There we go. Yep, we'll grab all this for Jen, and we're going to stop here and grab Bob's treasures. Yep. 10 and this ruby. And, yeah, I still buy items. I guess we can do a quick inventory update as well. Hey, Jen, what's up? I know. Oh, wow, you're not buying too... Well, I mean, you're buying some things today, but you're not buying too much today. I'll take your carrots. Don't really need your sunflower. I will take your cabbage, though. Obviously, with that many growers outside, you got to kind of keep up on the old seeds every day, even if you're not growing. Yeah, sure. So we got about $2,300. Joey, you selling bullets? Oh yeah, and that's another one of them challenges, of course, that we're gonna do one day. I keep buying bullets from Joe every day. One day we're gonna go on a big master hunt. Up there in the forest. It's gonna be crazy. I actually have a couple of challenges for that. One, I'm gonna try and buy up some bullets, and then of course we're gonna do a big hunt in the woods, and then just try and use bullets for that, right? And then I'm gonna do it again, but this time it'll be like the challenge, and it'll be like towards month 9, 10 of the series, where we take bullets, all the bullets I bought like over a summer or something crazy like that, and then we go up into the woods, and I take as much food as I can. We don't worry about the items. I don't care about the items. We just try to go through as many levels as we can. Right? Like we'll use the bullets, as many bullets and as much stuff, and we rush the levels and see what happens. With that, let me bring you back now, and I will stop the talking and the things, because trust me, it's going to take a good 30 minutes. Clean that mine out. So we'll just hold up here. I'll bring you back, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, it's a few days later. Yep, more than a few days. We'll have a look at all this here in another episode. Because remodeling of the rooms and some of the things. But we want to be honest, I have no idea which freezer's holding what at the moment. I'm still, it's crazy. It's been crazy. I do have prepper on me. All right, cool. Of course, this is the continuation of seeing just how much we got from one whole round of the miners. And so, of course, that's where we want to go now. We want to actually go check that out. What do I got on me for weight? I shouldn't really have those. Just the 5 prepper is really what's weighing me down. Cool. Let's take a gander up here. We'll head to the mines, and we'll actually see what we got and how many trips it's going to actually take me to get along. Hey! Yeah, it's probably your mood today, dude. There's no real rain in the forecast. I think we're all right. So we will start from the bottom. I usually try to do oil first, just because I don't know. It's a pattern I've gotten into now, where I do oil and then I try to do. Well, actually, I'll probably try to do like gold or jewels first. So of course these should be all out. Yep, they're all out. Yeah, so I usually try and grab all the monies, all the money stuff. Now I always take stone right away because it has no real impact, right? And how much weight are we doing? We got 95. Okay, that's cool. So let's run up to 4. This allows me to also get a quick visual on how we are. So not too much left over. You know, a little bit of oil and a little bit of stone, but not too much after that. A lot more oil here, so we're looking at a lot more oil here, right? And we'll throw that salt on there. Again, I'll take the stone. So we're looking at about good 20 plus oil there. A little bit of iron, nothing too exciting though. Let's have a run up here. Level 2 tends to be the other big impact. Level 3 tends to, yeah, I mean, you know, you get some salt out of it or whatever, right? But doesn't tend to come up with a lot of stuff. Again, yep. We're at 130. I won't take the salt right away. I'll use that as kind of like filler. So yeah, that's usually what I do. Like if I have like if I'm at like 178, I usually stop by and pick up 2 salt on the way through, because of course it's 2 pounds. Yeah, okay. Still doing good there. We got a fair amount of iron. This is the iron level, of course, so this would be the level that has it the most. And we'll hit number 1 just to see if it actually showed up with anything. It is the stone level, so usually you can kind of grab that one and get a freebie run out of it. But you tend to get a few pieces of iron on the odd occasion out of it. Let's have a look. Yeah. So again, you got stone, but we got 10 more iron. All right, so that's pretty good. So what are we carrying? We got 6, 1, 28, and 2. Wow, it's actually not a bad run for a gem run. For a riches run, I guess, is what we'll call it. So we'll head on down to 5, dump as much of this off as we can, then start picking up. And then that will be our first run out. So, into the mine we go. And actually, this should be a good run today. My last couple of runs were really late. God, like, you know, into like 11 o'clock at night runs. Hey, what's going on, Bob? I know you won't take all the gold, but I know you'll take some of it. And hey, that got like $300. I've been spending some money, Bob. Let me tell you, you know what? I'll even take your plastic. Yeah, I'll take that right now. I know. That's how crazy it's been. I've just been super crazy spending money like crazy. Building freezers. Do you know them freezers take 20 plastic a piece? Yeah, I've spent a lot of money on freezers. Okay, so let's see what we can do about grabbing as much of the oil as we can. So we got 3 on this one, and we'll head on up to 4 and pick up the rest there. Now, of course, we won't get all that oil. We'll be lucky to get half of that oil, I would think, at 112. All right, let's see what we get. So 137, 162. You ain't getting even close. 167. 177, right? So now this is where I usually stop on 3, and I'll pick up a couple of salt. All right. Let's have a look. 177, separate into 3. Yep, 3. Thank you. Yep, there's my 180. So now we'll run this back to the house. So, looks like a possible 3 run. Be second oil with iron, and then so this has actually been one of my, if it's only a 3 run, that's actually one of my better ones. I think my highest was a 6 run where I had to come back, but I think I might have gassed in half that one. Oh, you ain't doing none of that, dude. I don't even know why you stopped by the box. That was just silly. Yeah, you might as well just come right down in here, mister. What do you got on you? I know you have one salt. Would you be so kind as to stop by the kitchen here for a minute and drop off the salt? In your brand new kitchen cabinets. With a sink. I know. But we'll talk about that, like I said, in another episode. Okay, come on down, big guy. Okay. Let's recharge if you can. Okay, cool. And yeah, drop the rest of that in there and drop the gold off in your box on the way back out. Now, that should, what do you think of my sink? Yeah. What do you think of my fake sink? That's funny. My fake sink. Yeah, let me tell you, I have built way too many things. Way too many cupboards. Unfortunately, you cannot build a second sink. I was really bummed out about that. I guess my whole plan of having a whole room of sinks was out the window. That being said, though, I wanted the sink downstairs, and again, at one time you could not decraft cupboards. Well, you could decraft them, but you couldn't rebuild them, and it was a real mess. Let's see. Let's do -4 for the rest of that oil, and then we'll start on the stone. So yeah, but now that you can, now that it seems to be working, I went a little crazy. I may have went a little overboard with the appropriate cupboard making material. I'm just saying. I know. I do want to see if we can get more water tanks. Let's see. What do we got here? That's 6. So that takes care of level 5 and level 4. Level 3's just got salt on it, so let's go to level 2. Gee, this might only be a 2 run. No, it will have to be a 3 run. I mean, we're at 121. I can't see. Yeah, because I was going to say, you are not going to get all that, mister. I know you're not. These are worth 4. I think 5 is too much, but I bet you I'll be able to do 4 for 16. Really? I don't believe you. 173. Yeah, they're worth 4. Duh. All right, let's go get some salt. Yep. So yeah, pretty standard 3 run. Like I said, my runs have been usually 4, so I'm actually pretty happy. And again, in part, this is because this run I got a lot more gems. I got a lot more treasure than I did iron and a little more treasure and a little less iron and a little less oil on this one. What do we got? 177? You can do 3, dude. You can do 3. Let's go. That's it. Yep. So yeah, because usually I would get gold and then maybe like a couple of gems, but this was a big gem haul. 6 plus 1 or 2. Like, I mean, that's a big gem haul. That's for sure. Whereas usually that's more like a little less gold and only about maybe 2 or 3 gems. So that's pretty good. Hold on a second there, big guy. You got the iron and the stuff and the things on you. Make a quick stop here in the kitchen. Drop that off on the way down. There you go. All right. Yep. Stick them in the cupboards. And we'll run you down this way for this one. I suppose you guys are all ready for harvest, are you? You look harvest ready, but that will have to happen here in a little bit. We'll get you prepped up. Yeah, as you can see, I'm I'm in there all the time. In fact, here. In fact, we should try and receive these. Let's shove a couple of 20s in there. Yep. There you go. Melt that up and charge that. And we should try to get another one going here and charge that. Excellent. Now, yep, you can drop the rest of that oil off. It looks like it's done two of the things, so we'll charge up a little bit. Looks like maybe 3 of the things happened, I guess. Sure. And now we'll run back for that final run. So the 3 is done. So 3 just has some salt left. Dude, have a prepper. Don't feel like you have to be hungry. You know, there's lots of food here. We got a lot of food, dude. We got a lot of food. We keep you fed. We'll keep you fed. Okay, off you go. But yeah, for sure, it's a 3 run. It's a 3 run, and that's okay. But you can see it's already 1800, right? And like I said, a lot of my runs are 4 runs, so they usually end up going to almost 11:30, 12 o'clock. Yep. Take your 17, dudes. And we'll go to 1. Now, this is where I also try to start bringing fuel back in to do the next load. And I didn't in this case just because I was doing a true test to see if, what it is you could do, right? And that's, now we'll go pick up the rest of that salt and we'll be done. But yeah, on this particular, when I think I'm about to do my last run in, I usually pick up fuel. And again, I'm not usually doing full fuel. I'm not usually doing 20 fuel. I usually do 4, 8, and then usually around 15, and then just do it that way. The top ones I don't usually run at full steam. And that's it. We're already here at 155. So yeah, it's a 3 runner, which puts me ahead by about 3 hours. That's really cool. Because like I said, usually it's a 4 or even 5, and that gets pretty tricky. So this should give me a minute to also run around. We'll do a quick cleanup of the stuff here. I suppose this is gonna be too much stuff for me to carry. Yeah, you're not getting all that in, dude. You weren't getting all that in. You know what? Stop by here, though, and get rid of them 2 phones. Just get rid of the phones. Yep. I gotta put some electronics and some plastic back in my inventory. Yeah, I mean, I blew through it. I mean, I had over 100 plastic, and what do I got now? I got 20 plastic. And even then, that's only because I had to decraft one of the new freezers. Yep, come on down here, big guy, and just drop off that stone in here, because this stuff isn't done yet. And then you can harvest on your way back up. I'm leaving this tank full. Of course, another thing about these new rooms that we'll talk about in another episode is that we have multiple tanks, and they are using them tanks up top, so that's great. And these have plenty of water in them, so there's been no problem there. Let's harvest up, and of course when I do, I'll have to drop these off a little bit, and then yeah, we're good to go. All right. Yeah, man, there you go, keep harvesting the stuff and the things, dude. Stuff and the things. Now, I did do a little bit of exchange here. I took the cucumbers down here, put them in here because they're a vine plant or a continuous growing plant. The nice part about having your continuous plants without replanting on the lower level is that you can just come by whenever you're down here. You can come by, harvest, and then keep right on going, right? Because the auto waterers are keeping that stuff going. I do, when I'm now doing sunflower and corn, I keep it right underneath me so as I'm not having to travel too far with it. That's the whole theory going on there. One thing about playing like a 12-month run is you get to kind of work on your efficiencies a little bit. The fastest way you can get in to get stuff, get harvesting, get out, that kind of stuff. That is definitely a thing. All kinds of neat, nifty stuff. All right. Yes, food only. Yeah, shove that in there for now. That's cool. All right, and salt. We'll put the salt up here because I'll be bringing that stuff back out to this cupboard anyway. Yeah, so that's about it. You know what? I will actually also note, added a few more planter boxes and even more buckets. I was on a bit of a bucket weird thing where I wasn't liking the way the buckets were laying out. So I worked really hard to make them in nice straight lines. The things you do, right, when you're passing time in a whole year. But yeah, I have needed more buckets. Gotta like water and buckets all the time. I'm Max. Of course, this is Mr. Prepper, the 1 year achievement. Not really a challenge, but it's a thing that we're doing. And of course, on the next episode, we'll actually cover up the new freezer rooms and all that stuff, and talk about that. What it is we got going on with the kitchen and all them things. Of course, just to show you their inventories, once I have them all cleaned up, because they're still really messy. I literally just kind of finished up on that setup just before recording this second half of the video. So as we do that, and that's what we'll talk about on the next episode. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.